So hey, welcome to day zero and week one of Agile and Scrum. So we will be learning in through this model, business analysis, Agile and Scrum. So our week is starting with Agile and Scrum. Before we start, let me tell you something. So something is that we will undergo how we are going to learn. That's number one. There will be something which we call it as nothing but code of honor, where we will remind ourselves, to you as well as to me, that how we are going to learn and what code of honor we need to follow. That's second. And third, not much today. I don't want to overload on day one itself to all of you guys, but we will definitely would like to know about you, about your career, and about your daily ruts, so that we will be also aware that how you will find time to do your assignments which will be given to you. It's not about only me, it's about you, because it's you who is going to get started and get placed. So get placed is the final destination, and to fill this gap from getting started to get placed, we have various layers. So we will talk about those layers, which we call it as get pillars as well. You might be knowing, but still you will come to know about few new things. And also we will get into slightly about Agile, Scrum, and about BA, what exactly we are going to learn. So are you all ready? Give me yeses if you are ready. You can unmute yourself and you can say
Yes.
yes. Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you, Dipti.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Priyanka. Amazing. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to open my slides. So mostly, through slides are the foundation of it has been, ancient foundation of any presentation. But slightly you will be finding me to use some different elements or different tools also to present something. So you will come to know about what all different tools you can use for your presentation also, when you are at work. Okay. So once you are able to see uh, the screen, just shout out ICS. ICS means I can see. Okay. Can you see? So responses, please. Thank you. Thank you. So let me move to the first slide. So here you might have gone through the intro video. Let me ask you all, how many of you have gone through the intro video? I know just now Priyanka said so, that Priyanka has gone through. So let me ask you guys as well. So Dipti and Priya, so did you find, I'm not sure whether before coming to our program, before the program was getting started for you, did you go ahead and watch our intro video earlier?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, a few weeks back, I guess I mean,
Okay.
before starting, I guess I saw the intro video.
Okay. Thank you for your response. So, did you complete it, or you just skipped and watched just to get idea? Because I want to
Just
get
to get
idea.
an
How did you?
idea. Yeah, just
Okay.
to get an idea, I listened to it in high speed. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And what about you, Priyanka? I know Dipti has answered, but what about you, Priyanka? How did you watch that?
Actually also, grazed through all the slides, just getting a broad idea about
Okay.
what, I was getting into.
Thank you.
So I think I pretty much got an idea, but, not specifically following, like, spending a lot of time on each slide, grazing through
Good.
it.
Good. No worries. Okay. You got the idea. That's fine. So just let me brief you about Guru Schools. I know that you might have um, heard from Devji as well about Guru Schools. So basically Guru Schools is into three main reason. So it is into training, consulting, and staffing. Okay. So we are here helping you to get started through training, and you will experience other two wings as well going forward. And to whom you are going to learn. So you are going to get 28 years of freaking experience altogether on your in your plate. So you should be very much ready to receive that, and to get into the receptive mindset, you should be here with the open mindset. Okay, so I come from Agile Scrum background itself, so I have done various certifications, um, and I have served in a various role. Okay, into MNCs. I have worked with Fortune 500 companies. So it's okay, means I talk about myself, that from where I am coming. So is it okay if I can take a few minutes and tell about your trainers, me and the co-partner? It is yes from you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. So yeah, so I have served in various domains, as well as travel to various foreign cities. To name a few. In the USA, it is Colombia. And apart from this, in APAC region, also into Africa, South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Singapore, Bangkok, New Zealand, Sydney, Melbourne. So these are the couple of cities where I have traveled. So it was just about me and another trainer who are going to hold your hand. She's a wonderful lady, Prerna. So she comes from, extensive background of IT experience. She has more than 13 years of experience, and by profession, she is working as an IT professional into a bank. Okay, and it's one of the renowned bank in India. And she has handled various roles, including PMO into project management. She comes from software development background. She is certified Lean Six Sigma practitioner, and the same goes with me. So she has trained into team management and conflict resolution as well. So you are going to experience a lot of flavor towards the management. And when we will brief you about BA and Agile Scrum, you will simply get wowed at every step that, yeah, with this level of confidence that you can do it. And this is what we want to instill in you. Why? Because if you will have this level of confidence, you are level to get into the project, and from there it all gets started. Okay, the moment the confidence gain in, and then only what happens, you take the first step, and first step is the preparation to touch the finishing line. And remember, we don't have to touch the finishing line. Ask me why. Ask me why. I'm waiting for your
Why?
Thank you. I'm glad you asked me, because the simple reason is we don't have to touch the finishing line, we have to cross the finishing line. And here all the game gets changed. Okay, because people, they think that I have now plenty of knowledge and I am completely done, because these two trainers will be holding you hand, and it's all up to you. If you want to your hand get held and cross the finishing line, or you just want to say, hey, I know very much now, I want to get stopped. So we don't know the level of commitment and level of integrity and level of dream, and priority of your dream you are having, you are holding in your hand. So that's the reason we expect your input as well, and your hustle as well, to complete the assignments which will be coming on your way. In the previous batch, we have wonderful experience from our students. They hustled a lot. They interacted with each other. They felt the importance of Scrum team, for which we are going to learn. So the same spirit I want you to experience from you all. So how this is going to happen, the extensive plan will be given to you. Okay, so let's move further. And 6 pillars, all of you know, I guess you guys might be knowing. Dipti, Priyanka and Priya, are you guys aware of 6 pillars, how this is going to help you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Great to know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So So 6 pillars is nothing but the first pillar is getting started with the training. Then second is get the certificate, and then further is that be ready for interview. Then you will be prepared for mock interviews. Vendor interview preparation will happen. But before all these two elements, resume reference ready resume preparation thing happen, which is a very vital thing. And immediate after the training gets over, or the moment it is come towards closer, I would advise you guys to start getting involved into reference ready resume preparation, which happens on every Tuesday and Thursday, hosted by Devji himself, where he will be guiding about how you can modify your resume so that you will rank higher towards screening, so that you will get a good traction towards your resume, rather than you searching for your dream company. Not only dream company, but even normal company, the company should find you first. Okay, so you will have to just undergo those Tuesday and Thursday programs with Devji. So it happens 2 p.m. EST as well as 7 p.m. EST, I guess. So you will keep on getting the message from him every Tuesday and Thursday. So till now, are you clear? The importance of the another pillar of RRRP, that is reference ready resume preparation. So please take a note of it.
Yeah, Gauraji, but we'll have to attend it only after completing the course, right?
To get the idea, if you think you can start getting into it. Okay, the more you be with that, what happens,
Okay.
it's all about the team spirit. Okay, the more you will get into that, so you will have idea that how in the next step you can modify your resume.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you think that you can find time and you can get into 7 p.m. or 2 p.m. based on your timetable, so I would advise you to get inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it there for 1 hour or more than 1 hour? Just asking.
I think this is 1 hour, but sometime it crosses, but it should not go beyond 1 hour. Yeah.
Okay.
So time is mentioned inside. Yeah.
Gaurav, I just have one question that regarding the resume. So we would be getting, a good idea on Tuesdays and Thursday how to modify the resume.
Yes. Yes.
Also, will we really, getting help on how to write the resume? Like, do we have someone to go to who can script the resume for us, or do we have to do that by ourselves following the guidelines?
You will have to follow the guidelines. Okay, so
Okay.
you will get the a bunch of directional resume. From there you have to select the one. You will get the idea from all the resume, and Devji will guide you that how exactly you can prepare. You will have to demonstrate and showcase your resume, so that
Got
he
it.
will give you insights, and then further you can develop. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you for asking this question.
Yeah.
So let's move further. So Rahul ji, you could not join in time, so you missed few things. So yeah, so would recommend you to catch up on time, so that you won't miss the things. So yeah, welcome again.
The only
Yeah.
problem is I eat dinner sometimes, it gets late, so I try my
Ah.
best. I just ate my dinner, had my tea.
Okay,
Sorry
okay.
about that.
Yeah, no worries. So please, only the thing so what we are discussing today, just to give you heads up, that this is the day 1 and week 1 of Agile Scrum. We are mostly talking about Agile Scrum today, and also it's about knowing each one of you guys, so that we will understand about that when we will give you assignment, how should we be giving you assignments, so that it should be easy for you, so that you can complete complete in time as well. So however, we have taken care that you get the 1 day of digestion a period, so that whatever you have learned, you can practice it, you can go through it again, and complete the assignments and come up with the wonderful question if you think that next time you can ask for. Okay, so and right now I'm briefing just about Agile Scrum to get started. Just now I have briefed about myself and Prerna ji and about Guru Schools. So how Guru School is going to help you from the training to get place, because we have tie up with multiple company, say for example Birlasoft, Mphasis and all, to name a few, and we are still tying up with more company. So be confident that you are on the right path to get placed. Okay, so that's the important thing. So here we have talked about a partnership with the various companies. So company could be from healthcare, company could be from insurance sector, company could be from banking, payment domain, utility domain, security domain, from any kind of domain, and based on your interest and also as per requirement you can get inside. And while I'm getting further, let me tell you, in case you have any question for anything, feel free to send your question over here to training@guruschools.com. So take a note of this email address for any kind of questions related to procedure and to your HR. So always remember, when I'm talking about HR, remember your HR point of contact. In case you found that the person in the communication is missing, get your HR point of contact's name updated from Tuesday and Thursday's call. Is it clear so far? Yes, is from everyone what I said just now. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for your answer. So yeah, so now let's understand what is Agile and Scrum. So I generally talk about 3 secrets of Agile. So for getting into Agile and finding yourself evolving into Agile approach, there are 3 biggest corner Agile industry, or say IT industry, are now looking for. Agile, when I say Agile, is nothing but approach to resolve a problem. Problem is nothing but your project, from where the project comes in. So can anyone answer me, any new projects come from where? From what purpose resume comes to you? Anyone would like to share? Anyone? And nothing to worry that it should be right or wrong or something like that. Yeah.
Could you please ask the question one more time?
Okay, my question is that from where any project comes in, how any project comes to your bucket, and then you get selected for that project. The main question is from where the project appears.
If I may.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So as per my understanding right now, so I think a project, it comes from, the organizational needs, what that organization is achieving, planning to achieve, and from the business point of view and the business problem that they are trying to solve, the goal that they're trying to solve. So I think the projects come from basically the business interface and the people trying to solve it.
Very well said. Very well said. Very well said, Priyanka. Yeah, anyone would like to add something from where actually project winds up? So I want everyone to answer. Priyanka, you touched base the thing. So any another answer? Yeah, Priyaji, please.
Yeah, I would say from the management and
That's
project manager. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So who else would like to add?
I was thinking maybe from the stakeholders.
From stakeholder.
You get the project and then you continue doing that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Rahul, would you like to add that from where a project winds up?
I don't have much to add. I think everyone else has given his.
But what is your take? Means I still want you to, verbalize.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from the need of the management. Let's say some work on it, it has to perform, some goal. And for example, in an auto manufacturing company, they need a different software to build
Mm.
cars because of the market needs and the people they have. And it's, I just want to say that it just don't they do a need analysis. Okay, is
Mhm.
it fine to hire a new employee or maybe upgrade the skills of existing employees? So after doing that analysis, they might come up with, okay, we need one more person to hire, or maybe we could, let people work overtime, or maybe upgrade their skills. So, and after deep analysis, then they come with the management comes with the decision. Oh, I think we need to add more resources to our team, and then they give this a query to like companies like Guru Schools or vendors that we need someone on the project. Or they will either hire from within or they will hire a consultant to fill the position.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your answer. Yeah, so everyone is somewhere correct. So just to, in a simplified manner, the project is nothing but a problem. Okay, it points up from a problem. So yeah, you guys said whatever is right. So sponsors are involved, stakeholders are involved, client is involved, then staffs are involved to resolve the problem. But understand is this thing, you need to understand this thing, that any problem can take a shape of project. Okay, say for example, they want to achieve some goals, like you guys rightly said, that you have to have some vision to achieve so that you can resolve a problem, and that becomes a project. So always remember, whenever any problem comes in, so I want you to, even the personal problem, I want you to change your mindset over there. Okay, change your mindset over there and adapt an agile approach any problem. And then from now on, don't call any problem as a problem. What you are going to call it now? What you have learned in this element?
A project.
Yeah,
Which
project. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So on this note, because you have got it, I want to switch on your camera and give a high five stating this: I am a super problem solver. So how you're going to give a high five? Just give a camera high five, lens high five. If you can see my palm, yeah, it's zooming in and out and giving you high five, you can declare this: okay, I'm a super problem solver. Everyone can shout out and give this, declare this. Okay, thank you, I'm a super problem solver. Thank you. I believe you have done so, because slide was visible, you were not, and that's the reason I assume that you have done so. Why? While I'll be asking something for you to do, I want you to do. Why I want you to do? Because it has to be a completely interactive, and you will find that there is a physical movement is also happening, and that's what in agile world this happens. So with the close relationship, you will learn what is the importance of agile, what is the importance of communication, and the way of communication as well, which comes into the soft skill. Okay, which comes into the soft skill. So I want you to follow everything. Why to follow everything? Because there are two ways. Either you follow your own stuff and you find yourself not succeeding. So why people fail? Because they don't have system, and that's the reason it is called as people fail, system don't. And that's the reason in agile world it is generally asked for people to surrender to what? Surrender to system. So are you guys now ready to surrender to the system? Surrender to the system which will resolve your problem, which will take you from point A to point B, from project inception to project delivery. Are you up for this game? Give me yeses if you have understood it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone. Thank you so much, Dipti, Priyanka. Thank you so much, Priya. Okay, so Rahul, I hope you two get that. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So do you have any question towards mindset and soft skill? So soft skills are part, where I may ask you to do some physical activity. And why physical? Because let me give you one line. Physical is memorable. What is that? Physical is memorable. The more you will learn through physical activity, you will learn a lot. And that's the reason I want you to remember this. What you're going to remember? Physical is memorable. So what is that? If you have got that, please repeat repeat by unmuting yourself. Physical is memorable. Physical is memorable.
Physical is memorable.
Physical is
Physical
memorable.
is memorable.
Thank you.
Physical
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
memorable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for interacting and declaring. So guys, why declaration? Because when you declare that, that determines your destination. So when you declare, that gets designed, and when that gets designed, that gets to get you towards the destination. How things get designed? Let me ask you, do you know that anything in this entire world has been created twice?
Created twice, you meant?
Yeah, you heard it right, Priya.
I guess no.
Okay. Who else have any clue that anything in this entire world has been created twice? And you will understand from where I'm talking about, coming from. Okay. So I'll say that the question remains still. So let me tell you what happens exactly. Whenever any project comes in, whenever a problem appears that you need to sit on somewhere. So everything, even if you are lying in the bed, or even if you are sitting in the chair, so, you know, first it was created at one place, and then it came in the reality where it created first. So for any creation, that happens at thought level first. Okay, first it is created inside your mind as a part of blueprint, and then it's the real frame you see in front of your eyes. Okay, so that's the reason it is very, very important, the part of declaration and visualization also you undergo that what you want to achieve. And that's the reason I say anything in this entire world is created twice. Don't you think so that any first time when a train was invented, or first time even a chair was invented, someone would have thought inside their mind that, okay, so I need this problem to be solved on the chair, where I should not be, you know, sitting on the floor or not lying in the bed or something like that, but I should be sitting. So he or she might have prepared something. I don't know who is an inventor of chair, but they might have prepared inside their brain some blueprint. Even for any construction, this is the habit that blueprint is created first, and then its real form you are able to see. Do you agree with me that anything gets created twice, first in mind through imagination and then in reality?
Yes,
Yes.
now I got it what you meant. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. For
So you have to design those things inside your mind first. Do you have any question over here? Any question? I saw someone was asking something. Yes.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. So we have.
I have a question,
Yes.
Gauravji.
Yes, please.
I think it's 3 steps. You know, first you have designed the mind, then you prepare a design on paper, and then you convert into things.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So the design in mind is a subtle way, then on paper. And when we are talking about in paper, in few step, what happens, people even ignore this part. Okay, drawing the things in the paper, but this is the 3 steps you rightly said. And if you follow these all 3 steps, you are ready to conquer any project. You rightly said it's not just two step, but yeah, the creation happens through thoughts. Okay, so that's why somebody has said well that thoughts become things. I believe that you might have heard it earlier somewhere. If not,
Yes, I do.
yeah, thank you. So thought becomes things, and that's why it holds the reality that you have to create the things in reality. And for that, you need to think about it, you need to visualize about it, and you need to imagine about it. And when I am telling you these all things, these are not only theory part. And for these things, you know, tools are available, visualization tools are there, and we sometimes call it data visualization and all. Then visual thinking tools are available. I have shown you on the in the past. If you have not seen it, Priya, you are going to watch it, that how I'm going to use visual thinking tools. That is nothing but Zoom whiteboard, okay, where I'm thinking something, and that doesn't have to have just a loud thinking, that gets visualized on whiteboard. Okay, so that's how we keep on using different tools, and you will be learning over here various different tools. Okay, and almost all this agility, when we are talking about agility is nothing but approach to solve a problem. We will be learning about it, but this agility, the entire software industry has encircled with three things: mindset, soft skill, and intent. Mindset, we have just now spoken about it. Soft skill, we have just now touched base. And intent is that, just to let you know about this, you will grow in the industry till your mind grows, till the extent of your what do you how can I frame this again? So you will grow till the extent your mind will. Okay, so what do I mean by this? I mean simply that, you need to have the very strong intent to solve a problem. Okay, so when you give, you grow more, and when you simply receive, you only survive. So whenever you are getting into industry tomorrow, don't only go with the intent to take some salary, come back. There are very rare chances that you will grow. But when you have a very, very, very strong intent to solve a problem, you will find yourself growing, just like your graph is really growing up and up and up and up. Okay, and how you will have this intent to add value to the organization? You need to think of the end user. And when I am talking about end user, let me give you some example. My favorite example always come from where. So anyone has any idea from where I get some favorite example, which industry I take example of most of the time? I think you have sense so far. Bank. Yes, thank you so much, Priyaji. So if you are a customer, if you are a bank account holder, tomorrow you are going to withdraw some amount and you punch in, $500, $500, and in return you just got $100. Forget about it, that how much you got, but the error happened because of what? Because of some software error, because of some reading error inside the entire system, which is dispensing amount to you. How it has happened? Some error in the software has happened. And imagine you are only the person working with the bank in the IT sector, and some component was given to you, designed, and you only poorly design it. Okay, so and because you poorly designed it, and because you poorly tested it, what happens? It is still out in the market, and because of any simple error, you may question it. Okay, it may not happen, but just take this as an example only for now, that some minute error which got which got unattended, and it is in the production, it is into the live environment, and it dispensed you a very, very huge difference of amount. $500 and $100 was just an example. It could be huge amount as well. Say for example, if you are not there, you will have less pain if the ATM has dispensed your personal amount. You will have more pain if you will see the similar pain to your loved ones. Say for example, it could be your father, mother, and someone you love most, and they are in need of money. Okay, you want to help that person a lot, but ultimately, because you become little bit of careless, 1% of careless, that dispensed a huge difference of amount to that loved one. And when he will complain, you will find, array, this bank was mine bank. Okay, this terminology, cash withdrawal has failed. Cash withdrawal component of banking system has failed for this bank. Okay, so I was working over there. Oh, I was the business analyst over there. Okay, I was scrum master over there. My team did not perform well. Oh, I was tester over there. I was given this a thing to test, and I assume that it has come to the production till this where we are going to go live tomorrow, and I assume that it won't have been missed by other people. I simply missed it to test. And because your intent was not very, very, very powerful, what happened, you just take it casually and you allowed it to go green, and it gave a major loss. No one will teach you with this technique. No one will tell you about this pain, because at this point of time, I want you to sense that pain so that it will strengthen your intent to serve into the industry wherein you are going tomorrow. Are you getting me? What it can create the loss of?
Yes.
Yeah. So you will have to have an intent of value addition. Okay. See, this, what I am talking is a very layman term. It's not a very, rocket science that you cannot sense about. Okay. So always have an intent to add value. You are not adding value to the company. You are adding value to whom? Directly to the common man. And today, because of corona crisis, if you find someone departing or what do you call, dying in front of you, how would you feel? Because of any reason, in healthcare industry, some system has failed. Now every single system is programmed. It has connection with software. If tomorrow you will find that some software has failed into healthcare industry, and it has led to someone die, it has led to someone's death. And if the clear picture you get that, you will find you were responsible, and you never would like to feel so. Okay. If you will have this level of sense, how would you operate in the real, corporate world? The total working style will differ, isn't it? The total working style will differ. Your productivity will be really super duper higher. And no one will give this example. I have never found this example given to me. This is coming directly from the experience. Okay. There was a time when I was working as a QA. I found that not only me, you will find in the corporate different kind of people, right? One just come in and complete their attendance and go back. One will be really highly performer. Another one, you will find that they simply do their task they are supposed to do. And one person you will find they exceed the expectation. Now ask yourself, what kind of person you want to be in the corporate tomorrow? What is your answer? And I want you to verbalize that. The simple person, or the one who wants to exceed the expectation or meet the expectation?
Definitely exceed the expectation.
Awesome.
I guess me and Priya said at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes. And guys, if you have verbalized so, you are going to experience the highest raise in the industry tomorrow, because you dare to verbalize, not only dare to verbalize, but you felt the importance of it. And because of some reason, if 10 people are there, only 5 people are verbalizing, 5 people are not, their intensity has not come to the boiling point. And because of some reason, they have not sensed its importance. Okay. I want you to feel this importance. And if you have not sensed the importance, or you just missed the opportunity to verbalize, I want you to speak this up and just shout it loud. Okay. as a part of declaration, giving yourself high five. Okay, giving yourself high five, and that's the part of soft skill. And repeating this, declaring this, I am a warrior. Okay, I am a warrior. I want you to play at the warrior mode. So I'm doing with you. Give yourself high five and declare, I am a warrior. Just clap for yourself and say, I am a warrior. Just do
I
it.
am a warrior.
Yes,
I am a
you are.
warrior.
Yes,
I am a
you are.
warrior.
I am a warrior.
Yes, you are. You are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. So understand the power of intent, understand the mindset. So for mindset, I'll take care of that. Okay. Soft skill, don't worry. I will take care of that. Intent, I can only talk about it, and it has to come to the boiling point inside your body. That thing, you need to take care of that. And if you are taking care of these all things, agility is just a game, and adapting agility is what? It's a game changer that you are going to experience for sure. So this is all the 3 secret of agile, and this is the biggest secret. None of the people will talk so much in detail about the mindset, intent, and soft skill, and how to bring a 360-degree of change into it. Okay, and that's where you are protecting your only agile approach. So having said this, let me ask you, okay, let me ask you, do you have any question on this deck? And today is just day 0. We will be not getting into much detail. Okay, so this is how we only begin. Okay, any question about soft skill do you want to ask? You might have some idea about soft skill already. Okay, but you want to ask for it. Well, you might have idea about intent, you will have idea about mindset. Do you have any further question on this?
So, is there anything else that we have to know about soft skills? I thought soft skills, I mean, the terminology always meant
Mhm.
programming language or, coding and things like that.
Okay, so soft skill is nothing but as your behavioral skill as well. It's also about your positive intent. So and on coming days, gradually you will learn about soft skill. We will not only name it that this is what the part of soft skill, but you will find yourself learning it. Like many soft skills, you have learned it already, Priya. Okay, because you just now transitioned from BA to Agile Scrum, and those who just started on Agile Scrum, they will find themselves to learning a lot about soft skill when you guys will start transitioning towards business analysis track. Yeah, so there are much more things inside the soft skill. It also covers communication skill. It also covers about written communication. It also covers about understanding something. So this is more towards this. All 3 are more towards the inner game, not the outer game. Inner game is your mindset. We cannot see that. Okay, you only know about it. Intent, we can't see that. You only know about it. Soft skill, you only can sense about it. So yeah, programming language and also those programming language are not the coding and all. Those are not the programming language. Agile is just approach and how it evolved. So it evolved by the 12 IT practitioners. Okay, when they were talking about resolving some problem, people were following waterfall model, and they found that it took some time, month or 6 months or year to create a new software. And when it came into the market, what they found, it is outdated now. So how we can keep on delivering continuously every time, and frequently, and then it evolved. Okay, this intent has helped me to identify that how soon customer need the resolution. Okay, so to persuade and have the persuasive communication, the soft skill played a very important role, where product owner or project manager was interacting with the client continuously, and they realized the importance of taking a decision and communicating back to the project manager or product owner that what is the priority of any component. So you will learn about that as well. And mindset is your personal mindset. Okay, where I'm talking only about adding value. So always remember, adding value should be mantra of your life. anywhere, in any project. The moment project comes in, you have to realize now this is time to shift the gear and keep on adding value. If some project is already given and you find some flaw has appeared into that, so you will have to tell yourself that some value addition has been missed. Now I should, wrap my cuffs and start giving more value to it. So any question further?
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your answer, Dipti and Priya. So I'm moving further, and in this moving further, while I'm moving further, let me tell you what you are going to learn. Of course, you have sensed about business analysis training. You have sensed about Agile Scrum and the importance of Agile Scrum. You are going to learn soon. So before I get into that, let me give you some preview. So initially it was designed to have a 6 weeks of training, but what we have figured out that it is not always to compress the things in a very fast track mode, and you experience that your few questions are unanswered. Okay, and because we believe in giving you the clarity, because clarity gives the power, and for that power to have in your hand, we must always answer your all the doubts and all the questions. And that's the reason we found that this is not limited in the week 6 only, but it goes beyond that, and it comes toward the end of the training within 8 weeks. Okay, so that's to declare, but it was designed considering in the mind only 6 weeks of training if you will eliminate all the question answer stuff. Okay, so this is just a heads up what all you are going to learn in this week. Okay, so this week is covering your agile intro part, where we will talk about the difference between agility and flexibility. However, it sounds very identical to each other. However, this is really not identical. You need to understand what is the difference between that. And agile has stood up on its height based on its principle and values. We will be covering that. We will talk about its framework. So you can take a picture if you want to take of it. I'm not going to explain each one of things what you are going to experience. And here is in the week 1 we are. So let me also tell okay, so before we get into that, and I publish and bring in front of you the extensive syllabus, what exactly we are going to cover for you, I want you to tell these things. Okay, I know that by now we have known each other, but still, because this is a day 0 and few of people would be joining later, means after 2 days or 3 days, they will be given this YouTube link. The recording will go on the YouTube. Even tomorrow, if you find that you need to repeat something, you will have this reference of this recording, and you can go through and get your once again questions answered. So I want you to talk about 3 things. 3 things include, one, about yourself and what is your prior experience. Okay, and why you want, what is your intent behind undergoing this training. This is Be Agile Scrum, and the card is in front of you. You can read a question one by one, and then you can answer it. So I would go in alphabetical mode, or before I get into alphabetical mode, asking you to talk about these 4 items. Please raise your hand virtually who wants to go first. Okay, so none of, okay, thank you, Dipti. So you are already under alphabetical order. So yeah, unmute yourself and please let us know about you.
Okay, so my name is Dipti. I live in USA, Virginia. I have been working as a teacher in school. Recently, I changed my job, but again, I'm working in high school now. Before that, I used to work as a Montessori teacher. And I'm an architect, so I keep switching my fields because of the visa issues. Okay, but finally we are a citizen, so I can work now from like past 5-7 years. And I want to undergo with this training because I feel that in school I'm working for 8 hours, right?
Mhm.
It's a lot of work, and then I don't get paid that much. So I
Mhm.
felt that, you know what, I let me try to switch on something where I can definitely earn a good amount of money. So
Mhm.
that's what my intention is for sure, that I really want to earn proper money, good amount of money. I also like my dad had a COVID in February, so I have to go to India. He's all fine now. But that time I realized the value of money. So now money is definitely an important part in my life, and I
Mhm.
decided to go with this training because of that also. And what's the fourth question? I
Why you think this could be easy for you to understand and move ahead, this training program?
because I'm very social person. And I felt that BA is like talking, gathering information. That's what I have been doing since so many years. So I thought like not like in BA field, but in school I was gathering a lot of information so that I can teach my kids. So I felt that it's somewhere related to me somewhere. And at the same time in architecture also you have to gather a lot of information from the client, how they want to build their house, and what color they like, and all those things. So I felt that this could be very similar to my field also. So that's the main reason I want to go in this field.
Awesome, awesome. Can we give a round of applause for Dipti for being honest and authentic and sharing about herself? And you clap on the count of three and just say welcome, Dipti. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Let's applause.
Welcome,
Thank you
Dipti.
guys. Thank you
Welcome,
so
Dipti.
much.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dipti.
Thank you, Dipti.
Thank
Call out
you.
someone's name and the person will
I would
answer you.
say Rahul.
Rahul, we would love to hear from you.
Thank you. My name is Rahul Mahajan. I changed many fields like Dipti too. I was initially an engineer, then came as a chemistry major, then changed to engineering, then changed to accounting, finance, and then changed to IT. Uh, I want to undergo this training because while I was an accountant, I, I came to know that in accounting departments, there's so much people were working in silos, and there was so much redundancy in the accounting department. A lot of money was being lost, but I could not do much about it because I was in accounting, and I thought it is the IT, it's the software applications which is impeding the, uh, which is impeding the sharing of data, which is impeding the efficiency of the whole system. So I decided to switch to IT. But till now, I've not been able to find a position where I can really, use my optimum skills. And I guess somewhere in the line, my fundamentals in IT were not that strong. And therefore, I want to take this IT course to, make my foundation more strong. And ultimately, I want to become a Salesforce business analyst. And the reason I want to go through this training is because I want to solve people's problems. And business analysis basically starts at, solving people's problems. As Gauravji just said, problem then leads to taking as a project.
Wow, more power to you, Rahul. And count of three, clap 3 times and welcome Rahul by calling welcome Rahul. So 1, 2, 3, go. Welcome,
Welcome,
Rahul.
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 Thank you.
Rahul, please call out someone's name.
Priyanka?
Priyanka. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you, Rahul. My name is Priyanka. I mean, that's obvious. I actually have a marketing background. So I came to US in 2009. And before that, I graduated my, MBA in 2007. So I think the total experience was like 2 years, because 2009 when I came here didn't have my visa to work here in the US. So before that, I was working with Force Motors in Pune, India. Then I worked in a marketing and a communication agency in Singapore for a brief time, and also helped out like in HR in Singapore too. So after 2009, I got to be a proud mom of my 2 kids. So I was engaged in that, and then till now, like recently received my EAD to work. So that, was a biggest motivation. And my kids, they are out in school, and, they are ready to go. So I think now is the right time for me to get back into the workforce. And this is the main reason I'm undergoing this training. And the other thing is, this training, it seems to be like, tailored and for professionals to actually get the job, because there are a lot of other, training which we can, get by, ourselves from other sites. But the biggest advantage I found here was like, you get workshops, and you get the resume prepared, and also they help you place, so which is the ultimate goal, getting employed after so long. And yes, I think I am very positive and ready to work hard to get into the workforce, get placed, earn my money, and by getting the support of Guru Schools. That's what I'm looking forward to right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for being authentic and sharing out. So let's give a 3 round of applause on the count of 3 and just say, welcome, Priyanka. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome,
Wel-
Priyanka.
Welcome, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Priyanka, call out someone's name.
Priya?
Yes.
Yeah, it's obvious. So it's
Yeah,
me
I
who's
see that.
remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, thank you, Priyanka. So my name is Priya and I live in Dallas, Texas. Though I hold an computer science and engineering degree back in Chennai, or back in India, I did not get a chance to work in the IT. I moved to the UK to do my master's. So I always wanted to work for IT, but after my studies in the UK, I had to work for a finance company. It's based on management, and it's a management oriented job. So, and after that, I got married and I came here to the US, and I got my EAD. But after my EAD, I wanted to work in IT, but I knew that it was a lot of work, and I just had one year of my EAD left. And I searched for a non-IT job, and I got into calls and customer service kind of a job. It's in medical field, medical and insurance. So that actually wasted a lot of time, but I used that 1 year, earning some little bit of money there. And now that I'm waiting for my EAD, I am actually getting this training done. And I believe that business analysis, it needs good communication skills. That's what I learned. So I thought I would be a good fit for a BA role, for an entry level or for an experienced role. And what was the next question? Yeah, so basically, I think that I will be a good fit for a BA role, and that is why I wanted to get placed in IT and also undergo this training. And IT has always been my dream, field. So that's why I wanted to get into it, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priya, for sharing it out. More power to you guys. So let's give a 3 round of applause at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Priya.
Welcome, Priya.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your participation. So before I speak, Priya, please call out my name.
Gauraji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is how we keep on having fun while we are learning. So learning with fun, with the experience and with your involvement makes it more exciting and more receptive to go at the next level. So we keep on engaging at the different way, through different way, and you will learn that how you can engage your audience. Your audience would be who? If tomorrow you are going to get placed, this is going to be your Scrum team, means developer, testers, project managers, product owners, or client itself, or sponsors. So when you will learn that how to have fun at the work, you are the most likable person from the client point of view. And when you are most likable person, what is going to happen? You are going to get more promotion, and promotion brings perks. So when perks come in, when perks in terms of money, what you are going to feel like, you feel like a winner. And when you win something, what do? When you win something, what do? What is the answer? Any answer? Please think. When you win something, what do?
You feel really happy, satisfied.
Okay.
Proud.
You spend your money on doing
Okay.
things what you
Priyanka
really
says
like.
something.
Sorry, Priyanka.
Priyanka
Yeah,
says
yeah.
something. Apt word.
I said celebrate.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. You celebrate. So always come with the celebration in your mind, and bring this celebration, celebration spirit always at the work. So you will keep on learning how to celebrate over here. So are you ready to celebrate your learning?
Yes.
Yes. And the one who celebrates becomes what?
Celebrity.
Feel like
No, just kidding.
celebrity. Feel like that. So superb. So here is the time plan for you. What you are going to learn. So by the way, are you loving this? Are you loving this training? Are you loving the way it is going and getting geared up? Are you loving, guys? If you are loving it,
Yes,
just
yes.
do
Yes,
this.
yes, for sure.
Just do this with me. Switch on your camera, give yourself high five on the camera lens and say, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Switch on your camera and give your palm high five to the camera and say, I am loving it. I am loving it. And you are going to
I'm
love it
loving it.
more.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Thank you, guys. The more you say, the more you feel, and the more you feel, the more you do. So here is the extensive plan. Although this plan has been again revised and revived and changed, but understand that how it is going to cover extensively every single piece for you. That is starting from intro, more about agile and flexibility, about the framework. You need to learn about the agile framework as well, and the best practices. Why practices? Because the moment you come to know about the best practices done by agile industry, you will find it very easy to adapt. You will find it very easy to implement. And when this is the key, you need to experience it, and you are going to experience it as well. And understand, now we are a team. So we are a team, so where I am playing the part of facilitator. So when I'm talking about facilitator, there will be two facilitator along with me. Prerna ji would be there. So one of us will be acting as a product owner or project manager, or what, or you can find us as a scrum master as well. And when we are a team, you will find lot of communication is going to happen. And that's the reason we find it, communication from the both end, not only from our end, but also from your end. And we will learn these all through agility only, through the best practices only. Further, you will also learn about the manifesto is very, very important. I have one question to answer, which I have found from one of you. So I'll be answering that at the end of this today's training. And you will again further learn about what is Scrum in the Agile, importance of Scrum, what do we call it as Scrum role, and you will get the deeper insight. And when you are already knowing about it, it will help you to release the creative juices from your mind to put in at your work, so that you will become more likable person at your work. Because not only through your knowledge you are adding the value to the company, but also these creative juices which are coming, this is leading you towards put on your creativity, so that you can make your value addition more creative as well. Further, we will learn about sprint of the Scrum, then all about sprint values, sprint backlog items, what all are there. You will learn about the quality gates of sprint. So quality gates are very, very important. How many of you think that quality gates are important, or how many of you have idea about the quality gates of any product?
I don't have any idea.
Okay, so anyone, even if you know about quality? Yeah, Priya, You have unmuted yourself. You can speak.
Yeah, I said no, I don't have any idea. The
Okay,
quality.
okay, no problem. So quality is nothing, but it has to be it has to meet some certain, you know, release criteria. When we are talking about release criteria, it means what? Acceptance criteria. So what would you love? Any product of high quality or cheap quality? Of course, the answer would be high quality. Yes or yes? Give me yes if the answer is yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So, and to understand that it is of the highest quality, there are some parameter defined. And when those parameters are meeting, and then it is releasing after meeting that parameter, those parameters are check, which we call it done. And through that, you will learn about the definition of done. So definition of done is the part of agile, part of agility, part of scrum. About that you are going to learn. And when this is meeting the all those parameters, we are calling it as what? As quality gate. You will learn about quality gate, and in a return you will also have understanding about some of the QA understanding. You will have some of the QA understanding going further. So yeah, everything will be touch basing. Okay, so further in the market you will be so much confident to take any role of either product owner or scrum master or business analyst. But I must say one thing: if you are going to get a role or take a role of product owner or project manager or scrum master or you know, business analyst, there will be a level of extensive training further as well. You should choose for yourself so that you can do justice with that role. If you want to become scrum master, I would highly encourage you to get yourself prepared for a scrum master certification, although in few of industry it is not required. And just to share with you the interesting part, that these certifications are very and super duper easy. Okay, so you won't find that these are really, you know, tough stuffs or something like that. You will be definitely able to crack those certification if you are planning to do about it. So when you will go for, you know, project management, for project management you will have to have a separate training altogether. So then only you can crack its certification. But definitely scrum master certification will be really easy, because you are undergoing the 6 to 8 weeks of this intensive training. This is going to be intensive. So that's what I can tell you. So yeah, and further you will find that at the end you will be learning various, you know, way of way of delivery and way of designing. You will learn about BA stuff. So most of people are here who have learned already BA stuff. You can repeat as well. At the end we have one dedicated Q&A session. So sometime if you find that some of your questions are not answered, you can either keep it parked for till the Q&A session happen, if you think that you can wait till then. Otherwise you can send us email, or you can at the end of this training program always feel free to ask. Okay, and when this entire training happens, as I said earlier, don't ever forget to miss this RRRP session. This is very important. So this is the part of the system. As I say, the system work people fail. If you fail to attain this RRRP session, we can't commit, or we can't guarantee your placement. So your placement is dependent on all those 6 pillars which we have been talking about. Those are part of the system. Now let's talk about this a little bit of intro. Okay, when we are talking about little bit of intro today, we will be just touch basing this thing. What is agile? Okay, importance of agile and business analysis in the industry. So agile is there, it evolved as an approach. I kept on telling as approach. So it is most most valuable approach when it comes to delivery, because it is not only talking about continuous delivery, it is also talking about continuous improvement. Because, and you see the break over here, how many of you can see the break in this logo, agile logo? There is a break in this circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you notice that. Thank you. So what does it mean? It means that we are delivering something in bits and pieces. Okay, and every bits and pieces will get ready to support client, and every bits and pieces will come with the improvised version. Okay, and that's why the break is only indicating deliver in bits and pieces continuously. So this is the continuity. It is signifying the continuity as well. Okay, so why it evolved? It evolved because of client needed it faster, client needed it quicker, client needed it ahead of competition. And it brings 70% profit growth and 50% higher revenue growth in the industry for their project. And that's why agile was given so much of weightage. Okay, so for even in your life, if you need any problem to be faster, to be quicker, and you want to stand it out, always remember your personal problem can also be solved through agile approach. So agile approach has nothing to do with only IT. Because it is approach of problem solving, you can implement this approach in any area of your life. Okay, and you when understand, this is not a rocket science. Why it is not rocket science? Because when it is approach, it has to do with mindset, it has to do with intent. If it has to do with what do you call, if it has to do with this thing, um, soft skill, don't you think that every time things are evolving? If you are talking about leadership, so in agile there is a importance of leadership. So there are layer of leadership. In one kind of leadership, you will find that people are just leading a team by giving them command. Have you found such kind of leader? Yes, they are simply giving them command, delegating the work, getting the work done. Yes.
Yes, yes.
That's one layer of leadership. Second layer of leadership is what? That second layer of leadership, you can just name it. You can just name it as a demonstrator. Okay, so what does it this person does? So this person demonstrate that. So he not only encourages the followers, he does it on the spot. He demonstrate it and people follow him. That's another layer of leadership. Okay, where he communicates through his action. The third layer of leadership is something like you can take the example of Hindu mythological Hindu mythology, Ramayana. Have you heard of this epic earlier? Have you heard the name of this Ramayana earlier?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah. So here you will find a character. His name is Hanuman. So Hanuman's leadership is a different leadership. You will not find what I am saying right now in the any kind of book, but this is a self-study. So this leader played another type of leadership, which we call it as a glued leader. What does it do? It sets up the platform. And he talks with the various leaders. He will talk about the leaders of engineer. He will talk the leaders of warriors. He will talk with the leaders of project makers. So when I'm talking about this, just take the example of Hanuman and see that he spoke with Vibhishan, he spoke with Jatayu, he spoke with Nal Neel Angad, he spoke with Sugriva, he spoke to whom he has not spoken. He took the help from Kevat, he took the help from Jatayu, and every single piece. The project was Sita's home run. Okay, and the project was Sita's home run. So how he evolved, his project was achieved in bits and pieces. So he went to the jungle, then he meet Hanuman. With the help of Hanuman is a leader. He spoke every single leader expert in their field, and that's how the bridge between Sri Lanka and India was made, and that's how the Sri Lanka was conquered, and Sita was taken back to the means origin, that was Ayodhya. In the similar manner, you may play the role of glued leader by evolving your persuasive communication, getting idea from business leaders, getting idea from project leaders, getting idea from development leader, getting idea from test leader, getting idea from architect leader. So don't you think that you can play the similar role by being more creative, by being more data drawer? When I'm talking about data drawer, means also idea drawer, means what do? If you face any problem, you interact with those many people who are the real leader in their area, and you establishing your connection with them. How did you find this analogy? Is it connecting to you? If you find it connecting, you can unmute yourself and say connecting if you find it.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Connecting. Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you. So keep this in mind so that you can play the similar role. So this is how you can be the real agilist. And when we are talking about agilist, there is one very important person in the agile industry, which we call it we call it as Scrum Master. And Scrum Master has a different layer of leadership, and to Scrum Master we call it as a servant leader. Have you heard of this terminology before, guys? If you have heard, you can say
No.
yes. Okay.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So this is called as servant leader. Means his role is to bring or bring such kind of smoothness in their team's life, so that everyone is feeling focused, integrated, and even any problem is about to appear, any hindrance is about to appear, Scrum Master is the one who will take the responsibility of removing these all hindrances or impediment. Okay. Why servant leader? Because he will take care of single thing, every single thing, be it arranging the meeting, be it bringing the stationery inside the meeting room and all, making your whiteboard fancy, and calling out people's name or something like that, making sure the chairs are arranged in the meeting room and all, every single pieces. He should not be worried that their team has to take care of something, because he is capable enough of doing these all things by its own. So his high core value would be removing impediments, okay, for their team. So that's another kind of leadership. But there is some more leadership style beyond it. I'm not going to name them because that is not going to be relevant over here. However, there is beyond those are relevant when you are at the stage of project management style. So even those leadership style you will not find in books, but those have come from experience. This glued leader you will not find in the book, but that has come through experience or through personal study. And that's why I'm sharing my experience and my personal study with you. So that's one. Second, further, we will learn about business analysis. So business analyst core value, as Dipti has rightly said, and most of you guys said, that you love your job. Aren't you? So when you loved your job till now, and even Rahul said that how strong intent he has to solve the problem, and he has talked about his personal pain. Means somewhere in his career he found that in the accounting something has to be resolved, and he is still trying to find it out that how he can or he will be able to resolve the highest and biggest problem in the industry. He should be the catalyst about it. So in this journey, what may happen, you will play the business analyst role, where you will be responsible to improve the processes. You will be also taking care of improving the products. Okay, so product could be anything. Product could be like I'm using a product. Zoom is a product on which we are doing this activity. Okay, we are learning together, so it's a product. So there is a lot of improved feature. I'm not sure how many of you have seen this feature on the product. So earlier what used to happen means I'm giving you my personal example. So earlier what used to happen, I used to run free webinars. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen from different walks, they used to join into my webinar. So just to brief you that I come from mental health background. Apart from being in IT projects or IT professional, I'm also a mindset coach. Okay, so I used to conduct various mindset webinar related to, and people from different walks used to come in and attend to my program, and all from India. So in India, I'm not sure, but different types of people would be there who is having rich mindset, who wants to inculcate rich mindset, but also you will find people coming from poor mindset. When I'm talking about poor mindset, means the intent and the level of communication is not up to the mark. They are not caring about the surrounding or people in the room. Okay, so they pass, about trollers. How many of you have heard about trollers? Online trollers on social media. Have you heard so?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you.
Yes.
So you will find such trollers inside the room. So what exactly happened? One fine day, I found one person in the chat passing some loose comments. Okay, so I had to remove that person. But when I was removing that person from the Zoom room, I took the permission from rest of the gang, rest of the participant. They only recommended, please remove that person. So when I removed that, I found the urge of reaching out to Zoom support so that I can find out who the person was. Okay, because my all this Zoom activity used to happen through prior registration. So Zoom guy could not support that. When they couldn't support that, recently I found a very wonderful feature. I'm stopping my screen share so that I can share something else. So just give me a second. I'm sharing something else in front of you. Okay, I don't know, I would be able to find it now, but definitely I should be. Give me a second. Are you able to see the Zoom screen? Yeah.
I mean, we can see ourselves, but not now. We can see the
Yes,
mouse
now
and-
you can see. So here, are you able to see this feature where I'm hovering the mouse?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
This is recently, few weeks ago, they have added this button. So the moment if we are learning this thing, I will click over here. It will take hardly 1 or 2 minutes, and any one support person from Zoom itself will join this meeting. Okay, and I can simply ping him and he will address my problem. So this is a newly evolved system, which product means newly evolved improvement, which I personally liked it and really recommended, because this is a really phenomenal job. Anyone anyone person can find any problem in their product, and if it has been addressed so quickly, means I remember it happened in the month of last year, June. Okay, it happened in the month of June. Yes, and we are heading towards another June, and just before 1 year's completion, this feature was added, and I was so much delighted and happy. Won't you feel that if you can come up with the improvement and can advise in your industry? Yeah, and you can ask people to take care of that, and you can give that advice to your development team, and they can add that new feature. So you are the catalyst where you will be responsible to improve your product. Are you able to relate with this personal example which I gave you, that how your one feedback become so much powerful to improve any product? So you are responsible for improving your product as well as a business analyst. Are you with me so far? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer, guys. And improve services through data analysis. We will learn about it in detail, that what is the importance of data analysis, why data analysis happen, how you can do your data analysis. And there are various tools, but Microsoft tools, I believe that every one of you in your life might have opened sometime in your life Excel sheet. How we can utilize that Excel sheet for data analysis. Data analysis, for example, in last 2 years, many people have lost their job in India, also in the USA. And in 2021, many more people have lost their job. Just give me a second. I need to stop the background noise. Just give me a moment. Thank you, guys. I'm back. If you are still able to hear me, just shout out yes if you are able to hear me.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for confirmation. I can keep going.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, so here I was talking about data analysis. So many people lost their job, and the survey appeared through Harvard Business, and we found that there was a ratio from 2019, and it gave a highest jump of 35% into the market. When people were losing their job, everyone got digitized. What does it mean? People shifted from, from employment to become the employer. How did they become? They changed the style of their business. People are evolving, so any problem is the creation, and any problem is the stepping stone towards a new creation. And people shifted in digital world more than 2019 to in 2020, and today it has become the what do you call storm for them. Many more people are shifting their businesses and their work in online mode. Okay, and people have got more and 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 more revenue. Do you know that this pandemic itself has not only snatched and made many people unemployed, but also this pandemic has created many more multi-millionaire. Do you have any idea about it? How many of you know about it? This is a crazy blunt truth.
No, I never thought about that.
Yes, it has made multi millionaires in the world today, because they totally changed their game. Okay, if sometime when you will come to know that how you can adopt that approach, so such approach I will be revealing in front of you during the end of this entire training program, that you too can adopt that. So there is no harm in doing multiple activities if you have time. So if you don't have time, think about how you can have freedom of time, because freedom of time is the wonderful freedom I talk about. Okay, so yeah, but getting into your day-to-day activity is very, very important. And that time, if you are getting engaged, nothing like that, but in long run you should think of the freedom of time as well. So that's what I wanted to seed in your mind, that you should be think about it. So how it happened, because data analysis helped them. How data analysis helped them? That they could get the exposure towards how much harm it can do. So those thinkers were futuristic thinker. They thought about something which is going to be beneficial in the future. Do you know that alone the most business Zoom has done in 2020 and 2021, in comparison to any another business sector, even more than Amazon? Are you aware of that? It has made the most amount of money Zoom alone has made in 2020 and 2021. I believe you might be knowing, and you would be able to sense why it has done so. Yes.
Yes,
Are you?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
sure.
everything went online.
Everything is on Zoom now. Yes.
Yes, yes. And Zoom has also created much more tough competition, but till now it is unbeatable. So yeah, so that was about it. And then you, as a business analyst, will be responsible to create new models to support business decision by working closely with financial reporting and IT team to establish initiative and strategies to improvise and importing and to optimize the cost of the project. And you are responsible to bridge the gap between business and IT. When I read the statement, let me tell you one more statement, that business analysts are the foundation of any project. Okay, they are the not the foundation, but they are the backbone of any project, because everything is dependent on their thought, on their idea. Okay, and who can add value to their idea is nothing but QA are tester. It could be business user, it could be end user, because they think differently, and business analyst has to style flex into that thought process as well, that how an end user can think of, and thus you can add value to the product, to the services, and to the analysis, and thus you can improvise the product. So these are the almost theory part, but are you sensing that it is almost talking about what? Intent and mindset. How many of you are able to find that it has more talked about intent and mindset? Give me yes if you have found that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for your answer. So, and if, and it has nothing to do with programming skill or something, you should have you should have to have the simple IT background. Okay, IT background, even if you don't have, um, you can inculcate that, right? And that's what in this journey we are going to do that. So that's all about this. And here I have just tried to talk about that how and why the change is very, very and very important, because the moment change comes in, business analysis work start. And if you don't have any change, business analyst will not find any work. If change is not there, the project will not happen. If project will not happen, you won't be able to reach to the solution. And if you don't have any solution, you won't be able to find any content for yourself. And if you don't have any content, you won't be able to find any value to add. And if you are not able to add any value, then further you will not have any stakeholders. And if you will not have any stakeholder, who is going to talk about any kind of need? If need is not there, change is not there. Change is not there, need is not there, then ultimately it comes to your work. Do you think you will be able to find the work for you? So be happy the moment new changes arrive, because this becomes the people mindset. The moment one project gets over, people think of taking a relaxed time. Okay, and when you get into this mindset that thoda kam kaam aaye, means I'll get lesser work, you are indirectly stating no to money. So if you are saying no to money, remember this thing: everything has been created twice. The moment you say no to it, in reality you will find no to that. Okay, so always accept the change. Be happy the moment you see and hear about any kind of new changes arriving in your company. So if you are already in the work, then congratulations. Next time you are going to happy to listen about the new change coming in your way, because you will have the work, and then you will have the work, you will have money, and it's an ongoing process. So every time you are going to utilize this resource at its full extent. So yeah, so agile intro and history, I have just now I will be taking a couple of minutes and will be explaining you. So all the drama started in 2001, where agile manifesto evolved. Okay,
Gaurav
but yes,
So in the
you're,
previous slide, you had a word called importing. I don't understand what's the context of that. To improve and importing.
where
To
did you
improve
find
importing.
in this
Here,
in this diamond?
no, in this table. And IT teams to establish initiatives and strategies to improve importing.
Okay. This one, responsible for creating new models to support business decision by working closely with financial reporting. This is financial reporting. Are you talking about this reporting?
Oh, sir, importing right here.
And IT team to establish initiative and strategies to improve importing and to optimize cost. So importing and to optimize cost is nothing. You will have to interact with different department. Okay, so it could be dev team, it could be test team. So from there, what you are dragging, what you are demanding, you are demanding data, right? You are demanding um, their approach, you are understanding from them. So I have talked about the leadership. So through this leadership style, you will be interacting with different people. Importing over here nothing but taking idea from different departments, so that you can understand the business need to optimize the cost, and accordingly you can take the decision. And that's why it is called as bridging the gap between business and IT. So
You're trying to say importing ideas,
importing ideas,
collecting ideas.
importing challenges, okay, importing day-to-day activity, importing data. So it's a wider term over here. Okay, it's not only limited to idea, it's not only, it could be taking multiple benefits from different departments. Okay, uh, bringing data and experience from different department to business analyst pool. So that's why it is called as importing. Yes, did you get that?
Yeah. It's like importing ideas, importing
Yes.
communications.
Yes. Just reusing them in your department. Yeah. So move over here. So here we have talked about agile history. When it evolved in 2001, and in 2017, in early 2001, means what is this? There is a typo. In early 2000, actually, 17 software developers brainstormed and recognized this agile. Okay, there is the need of agile. As I talked, that need of agile, because due to cumbersome software, they find that it should be lightweighted software. When you download some software, you find that it just say 45 minutes and then 3 seconds, and quickly it gets downloaded. You remember the earlier days when you were downloading something and net goes away, you found that the entire 1 hour you need to spend again. Sometime it used to give you 24 hours remaining, or it used to give that 5 days remaining. Have you seen such things in the past, that you were downloading something when the computer era started during Windows 95 days? Do you remember that? Anyone have seen that, experienced that?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, so these were called heavy software, but nowadays these are lightweight software. What made it lightweight? So because thanks to need of the agile which appeared, and people contributed, who created the agile. And it started all in 2000, and in 2001 the manifesto was created. Okay, and they believed in having early feedback. Like, I continuously, did you notice that I went to stop the background noise and came back and asked you, are you able to hear me? You won't find people even asking this, even in a short notice. But what was that? It was continuous feedback. I wanted to make sure that I'm still connected. In this fraction of second, my electricity has not gone. In fraction of second, my internet connection has not lost. So I need to have what? Feedback. And for feedback, what I did, I simply asked the question. Yes, you are with me so far? Shout yes if you are.
Yes.
That's another way of taking feedback from you. Thank you. Thank you so much for responding. So this is how you can learn and evolve, and this thanks to agile. So agile you can adapt and adopt in your personal life as well. How it evolved in 1990s, the approach were changing, methods were changing, common practices were changing, and practice was identified, led to the need of agile. And from software development lifecycle, so we will also learn about the software development lifecycle, how things started from requirement gathering, documentation, analysis, and all. We will talk about 7 layers of software development lifecycle. These are being adapted in the sprint model. then it lead to the pair programming, where two developers working on one module together using same machine. Then agile happened, agile we are talking about. Then agile got the tweak and it became the Kanban. So we will also learn about the Kanban approach and Kanban board. And then we will also learn about scaled agile. What is scaled agile? And then where agile works, the customer is ready to accept small pieces of large application to keep their customer hooked until it is ready to be used as a whole. So you are ready to get placed, and how we are pushing you into the 6 pillars. So, and every pillars is divided in small piece. The first pillar is training. Every training is so this training is divided into smaller piece. So every piece is divided into that smaller piece, like everyday training. So this way, but you are ready to get hooked till the end, and that's my responsibility to how to get you hooked. So because I'm working with the similar mindset how the agilist has to be. So this is how the approach is, and why I'm sharing with you all this, because I want you to adapt the similar kind of approach. So this was week 1, I think. And yeah, we have come to the end of today's session. Do you have any question?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
In the last video, you talked about, agile, paired programming, agile Kanban. So why didn't Scrum appear there in that statement? Like SDLC, pair programming, agile, Kanban. Only Kanban was appeared.
Yeah. So when we are talking about agile, inside agile we are going to cover Scrum as well. So Scrum is the integral part of agile, and because it was from starting, then later Kanban appeared and Scaled Agile appeared. So we will be talking about that. So don't worry about that, why it did not appear. So sometime, you won't find that everything is, puffed inside one slide. But when you will go the next step, you will find it is getting explored further.
I want to ask, did Kanban came first, then Scrum came later on? Is that what?
No. I'm saying that Scrum is the integral part of the Agile. Scrum came into the picture first, Kanban evolved later, and then Scaled Agile. Okay. And because Scrum was the part of Agile itself, integral part, a Scrum is not written separately. Okay. You will learn about that. Cool. So yeah, any another question, guys?
I have one question. I just wanted to know that, do you have any books or online material just, to read for, for us to get a good idea
Yes.
as extra, reading material?
Yeah. So thank you for asking this question, and I wanted to answer that as well. So yes, we have one what do you call, one data bank where the list of the recommended smaller video you will find, and also the longer video from the previous training you will find. You can refer to that. That data bank file will be shared with you in the BAQA group. Okay, so that will be shared with you. So that's one thing. Second thing, in between, I will keep on giving you some references of some website based on the topics we have touched. I keep on giving that. So you need to be more attentive to take the notes and go ahead and refer to that. Or go back and refer to the video where I have spoken about it, and you will get to know about it. Okay, so but taking notes is always good idea, because you never know, at the end I might realize that I have not done the recording, because it has happened once. So I don't want it to happen, and that's the reason I would encourage you guys to keep on taking notes. So yeah, so any another question, guys?
No, but I just have a small request.
Yes,
from next class, could we please finish it by 11? Because
yeah,
I have to
definitely
go to work every morning. So
sure.
It's really difficult. Thank you.
Or you can just do one thing, guys, because I totally understand your area. We just are beyond time. Please remind me that because I'm in the flow, I may not do it. So guys, thank you so much. So what I want you to do now, just call mistake, shout one word from today's training. One word, just summarize. What did you feel? It comes in your mind. Dipti, I was talking to you. You can do that.
I felt that, okay, I'm getting ready to learn about Agile and Scrum now. So I'm very excited for that.
Thank you. Call out someone's name, please.
Priyanka?
Priyanka, one word from today's training.
I think it would be introduction to the whole program, like, what we are going to, do in the whole program for further classes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Call out someone's name, Priyanka.
Dipti.
Dipti. What Dipti has just now finished and she
Oh,
called
okay.
up your name.
Priya.
Priya, one word from
Amazing,
today's.
amazing and informative.
Thank you. Thank you. Call out someone's name.
Rahul.
Yeah, Rahul. Please unmute and speak.
I would say inspirational.
Thank you. Call out my name, please.
Gauravji.
Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much for reminding me to end in the time, and to Dipti. And you too can please remind me. Okay. So thank you so much. See you next day on you will get the message in WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. And if you wish to repeat it, go ahead and repeat it. Recording you will get in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Rahul, do you want to stay back? Rahul, do you want to stay back?
Not today.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.